Hello there guys, my name is Jürgen Piedorf and welcome to Gratuitous Space Battles 2. Now I was contacted by the developer of this game called Cliff Harris, and he said, you know, this game is actually probably down your alley because I'm not that good at real-time strategy games. I don't know if Cliff knew this. I'm not too good at them. I'm actually pretty terrible at them. And this game is a real-time strategy, sit back, hands-off space fighter. So you design a craft and you design a fleet of crafts, and once you've designed them you can then send them out into a battle with AI online, do custom battles, do whatever you want really, and then you basically pitch your teams against each other. You set the orders on what they need to attack, and once their orders are fulfilled they will move on to other orders, and you just basically watch them fight. And you know, if something does blow up or you do lose a ship, you'll then have to reassign orders to other things to destroy other crafts, and so on and so forth. And it's really quite interesting in the way it works. So this game also has a really cool system in place for the currency. So with the currency in this game, it's called honor, and the way you accrue honor is by producing a ship that is quite cheap to send out to the field. So the cheaper you know, a ship costs, you get more honor back if you win the battle. So you know, if you were to spend so much on one ship, and you know your fleet is worth quite a lot, you won't get back that much because you've kind of just thrown everything at it, rather than thinking of it carefully and going, okay, this guy's got a missile ship, so I need to try and counteract his shields by having a shield, you know, a shield destroyer and stuff like that, because there are weapons that work to destroy one another. So you'll have a shield, you know, a shield destroyer sort of weapon, and that deals 100% damage to any shield. So that thing will wipe out the shields, and then you need another weapon that can then penetrate the hull of the ship and then make it blow up. So there's lots of different things in there, and you have to work out what the hell is going on with the battles and what the other enemy ships are using, so you can counteract them in an effective way. The research tab over here
development mode
shows you all of the things you can research, all the different modules that are added. There's quite a lot in the game already, and we have things like a reinforced carrier base. You can carry crafts in it. You've got pulse cannons, dogfight missiles, so those are for fighters. They can effectively take out other fighters quicker. You've got shield disruptor bombs, so those will make the ship's shields sort of, you know, be crippled for a few seconds, and then you can penetrate the armor of the hull, and then you can do that again and again and again to whittle down the larger crafts. We've got ship hulls as well, because this game does rely on the design elements, so we have all these different hull designs. You can get lots more on the mod area on the workshop, which is good as well. So there are a lot of custom things, and we've got some alien looking crafts as well as some Star Warsy looking crafts. There's like the X-Wing sort of looking body, the Millennium Falcon. There's quite a few things on here actually, and it's really quite nice that you can customize these as well with components. So these, there's a lot more in the creator area, but these are the other ones you can unlock, and you get some special wing types and hull mods and things, and they just add to the aesthetics of the craft. And I really quite like this because it's more about ship design than actually how good you are as a pilot, which for RTS games is quite good for me because I'm just terrible at RTS. I can't focus on more than 10 things like most people can in an RTS game. So we've also got races as well, so we have 3 different races that you can unlock, and these, I believe you'll fight these in the single player sort of beat 'em up area of the game. We've got the mod area, which I'm not going to touch on. We have the options, which are just general options. I will recommend not touching this button because it resets the tutorial and all the all of the triggers for the tutorials, in which I accidentally clicked it thinking it would just turn it off. So yeah, so that happened, and then we may have some messages pop up. Now, the ship designer
activated.
So she's going to talk me through a whole bunch of stuff here, and I'll just basically relay the information. We have this area here. Now this area tells us what the hell is going on with you know, the attributes of any sort of weapon. So you can access a chart showing how each of the attributes compare with us clicking on the data attribute. So, oh, there we go. So you can click on each of these and it will show you where it is within all the other weapons. So So it gives you like a rating, which is good, and the power consumed by this as well. So I'll close that, and then this is the design area. So in here you can change out your modules and swap things out. You have weapons, defenses, engines and other. You'll find your power plants, because power is obviously required in a craft, and without power you can't really use any of your weapons, because a lot of the weapons are energy based. So you have like anti-fighter beams, which are again easier, they make it easier to take out fighters. We've got a lot of these on this craft, just because, you know, it'll probably get swarmed by them. We've got repair systems for the craft, so you can send them into retreat mode. They'll head back, they'll repair, and then they'll come back into battle rather than taking constant fire. Then we have the shields. The shields are quite interesting because you know, they have resistance rates and shield strengths and recharge rates, and depending on what they are, it depends on how good you're going to be against resisting other enemies' weapons, which is good. So this is the general area. Again, you just drag and drop items into here to replace them. So I've just replaced it with a flat cannon, which will be better against fighters and things of the sort, because of course they can just dish out fire in multiple directions. As you can see here, it is saying it's, you know, its line of fire is all around it, and then we've got this one's line of fires, you know, maybe like 270-ish, and then we've got a whole bunch of other things as well, which is quite nice. This doesn't actually have any rear guns, which is quite worrying, so it's just purely front on attack. But you'll get ships like that, and depending on how you change them and sort them out, you know, it depends on how effective they are, of what you want to use them for. So we have power produced and consumed. Now we are producing this much and we are consuming this much, so we are kind of on the edge of using up as much as we're generating. Gives us a number rating as well rather than a pictorial. So we have 88 power and we're using 86. Now we have crew supplied, because this craft has crew quarters, so you have to supply the crew with specific things, and all ships need enough crew to operate the onboard modules. So with all these things on this craft, you need the crew to perform the tasks. So we have a slot for 110, and we are currently well, we require 100, and we have, you know, we are supplying 110, so we've kind of overstaffed this craft. Now the battle section
activated.
So we select a planet. We've got all these different planets we can go through once we've done the first two, and we can start whittling our way down through bigger battles, which is quite cool, because the battles do get stupidly intense. Like when I watched the stuff at Resd, the battles were just out of this world. Like there was like 15 ships and stuff fighting, and you're like, what? And all these laser beams going off and things. So we'll go into this one and we will deploy the fleet. Now before you enter a battle, it'll tell you what your budget is, which is your honour credits. So we've got 22,000 here that we can use. We have 200 pilots that we can use, and we are fighting the Terran. We are Terran, so we are fighting our own sort of race, but they're the enemy guys, so we're going to kill them. And the map size is large. Of course, smaller planets, they will, you know, it'll be a smaller fight obviously. So let's deploy the fleet. Now she'll talk us through all this gubbins, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring the sample cruiser in. We're going to drop him in there, and we're going to drop another one in there. We're going to drop maybe two, and then maybe have the centre section filled out with all our items. So we need some frigates. We've got destroyers, dreadnoughts, fighters, a frigate. So we're going to drag in the sample frigates as well. I'm going to put 1, 2... I'm going to put 3 of them down. I'm literally going to probably over bombard this with stuff. Oh, it wants me to drag 4 in anyway, so we're just going to bring you around the side. Around the side now. There is probably some sort of strategy to this. I'm no strategist, so I'm just going to place them in whichever way I feel, being Mr. Pedantic over how mirrored it is. We're going to need some fighters as well, because these defend and they're quite fast getting around crafts. So we're going to deploy some in the middle sections of these, you know, frigates. So we can put them there, and we're going to probably put 2 units of them in the middle. Okay, so she's saying here, you'll notice those fighter icons are flashing. This is because they have not yet been assigned a cruiser or a dreadnought with a carrier bay. So we'll have to do that before we start the battle. So these need to be carried. So we're going to assign a carrier to this. We're going to go that one to there, this one to there, this one to here, and this one to there. So by clicking on them, it'll bring up all these different things. You can add orders to them, and you can also change the priority of what they fight. So if it is a craft that is more powered to destroying fighters, you will say to it your priority is 60% fighters, 40% anything else. So you can actually really change it up and, you know, make them really think. And you can just delete an order as well as add new orders to this. So this will tell you what, you know, what the attack fighters actually have on them and what they're powerful against, and then you can you know, you can basically set their range for attack. So like any craft, you'll say 1,000 meters or something, and if they come within that 1,000 meters, destroy them. Good work. We now have 4 fighters, 4 squadrons of fighters, and there's a warp into battle with the cruiser, then immediately deploy to attack the enemy. Okay, so those just bother everything. So but let's make sure one of them stay back to defend the cache. Select 20 fighters groups by clicking on it. Okay. Oh. What we need to do is add a new order. Now we want to escort, and we want to assign a new order, and we want to say escort this craft here. So he's gonna stick to that like glue, but when he needs to, he will head back to his assigned carrier. So it's quite good. Now you can use the control keys to multiple select things. So it's going to select all this. So he wants me to select all the frigates. So it's going to do that. Or we could have double clicked, and we're going to select the cruisers as well. So we're going to add new orders. We're going to go formation, assign an order, and continue. So before we launch into the battle, we should probably save this deployment. Okay, so how do we save this deployment? I don't know. I'm just going to go save. There we go. Save. Let's just go test deployment save. Yes, overwrite. Okay, so there we go. So that's actually telling us how much honor we will earn. So the stuff you do not use, that is what you'll gain within the battle. So the less you use, the more honor you will accrue, as I said. Okay, so it's saying press any key, your fleet awaits.
Enemy fleet
Let's
detected
click.
ahead.
Okay, so what we can do here is we can actually manipulate the battlefield and see what's going on all the way up the battlefield, and we can see the ships, you know, general views. We can see, you know, what they're actually up to. We can even zoom in and see what is actually going on with the crafts. Now let's see all the items that were added to the crafts are there. We've got the fighters being deployed, and they're now flying around and deciding what they're going to fight. So their cruisers are actually kind of, oh wow, there's a lot of them actually. This may go terribly wrong for us. If we right click on this, it'll actually tell us what it's actually hitting right now. We can see what it's actually doing, what it's firing. So it's it's actually saying that's engaging this, and then we've got these. It's just basically telling you what things are engaging. And if you click off that, it turns that off, and then we can speed up the battle and then watch it get completely crazy. And that ship is going backwards because its armor is it's actually pretty damn dead. Oh, it's taking a bit of damage, and as you can see, it's really cool to watch all this going on. And you can slow it back down again. We're back on 2 times speed now, so it gets a bit noisy. Oh my god, what was that? Jesus, that thing can pack a punch from the front. So
an enemy cruiser has
oh damn, we just took him out, and all the parts break off and all this smoke and stuff. It's really quite nice to watch. And this is what he's talking about being a sit back and relax sort of thing. So this is telling us everything that's recharging, because of course each weapon, like on sort of WoW, an effect has to recharge or reload. So every time it uses it has to recharge. It will use it when it needs to. So this tractor beam here, it'll probably use it when enemy ships are near, probably drag them in. It won't use it now because of course it's, you know, it's aware that it's not close enough. And we've only got a few things left to destroy. and we've actually won. So they're on 13% health, we're on 80, so we did pretty well there. And it's really nice having this map as well. It does show you a lot more of the battle. So you've got to try and figure out where all their fighters are. This little guy here, check him out. He's gonna die. He is gonna die. Oh, okay. So the battle is over. Battles are not fought to the last life form, but decided once the outcome is clear. If you're the victor, you have been awarded honour for your victory, which is spent in the research screen.
Victory is ours.
There we go.
Has been defeated.
So we had a victory with 76% left of our fleet, which is friggin' awesome. So we got gifted, what, 5,856 honour. And so our fleet budget was that. This is minused it, and then we had a minus from previous honour mission. And here we go.
Mode activated.
So now we have 5,000 honour. Now when I did that first battle before, I only came out with about 400. So we have a lot to deal with now. So we could buy a an emergency repair system. Now what this will do, it'll actually repair the craft. Only slowly. It says here, where is it? Repair rate, it's like 0.005, but that's understandable because you don't want the craft to repair at like 50%, but I believe you could probably get something like that. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff we could obtain. Hyperspeed missile launchers, actually that sounds awesome. I think we'll get the repair system. Actually, we'll get the armour repair system. So you got armour, sniper lasers. My god, there's so much stuff to pick from. Oh my god, radioactive plasma launchers. Jesus Christ, there's so much stuff. Unlock, let's just unlock some random shit. There we go. So let's unlock this repair system as well.
Unlocked.
There we go, so we've unlocked a few things. These are the things we've just unlocked. We bought these. We bought a nuclear pulse laser, which sounds awesome. A point defense laser, a high power tractor beam so we can pull shit in, and an emergency repair system so we can repair stuff. Now what we can do, we can go into our craft, we can delete that, and we can go into the where is it? We can go into other, and where's that repair? There it is. So we've got the repair system there. If we drop that in there, this is saying it will repair. Its repair rate, oh, that one's actually repair rate is 0.09, so that was actually better. I don't know where the other one's gone, whether we already had it or something. But we can actually take out this, and we can add in a point defense laser if we wanted, or we could add in a ridiculous shield. Now, as you can see here, we have completely overrun the power system, so we only have 88 produced, and we are consuming 92, so this ship won't function correctly. So if we went with a smaller shield, we are one below again. So that is pretty much the gist. Hope you guys have understood a lot of that, and I hope you guys sort of get a gist for the game. I really enjoy sort of just being able to watch it. It's kind of like a space battle lava lamp, because you just don't know what it's going to do, but you know, it's awesome and it looks cool, and it's nice to have more of a focus on the ship design rather than the actual strategy being played out and letting the computer do all that for you. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed it, and I will probably play a few more games of this off camera just to, you know, have a bit more of a play around, see if I can break it at all. And yeah, so if you guys have enjoyed this video, then please like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more. Go check out the game. I'll put the link in the description to the website where you can have a look at the information about getting it. Check me out on Twitter, bother me, I don't mind, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!